welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming another first impression on a different foundation, the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation. And what's different about this foundation is it's supposed to be a concealer and a foundation all in one, so you can use it for both purposes. So you can basically put all over your face as that foundation and then go under your eyes to conceal under eye circles. And personally, I have extremely dark under eye circles, so I think I'd be a good test subject for this to see if it works as a concealer. So yeah, I'm excited to try it. I'm going to start off by reading some of the claims from the Clinique website. It just sounded like a foundation that I would really like, and I thought I would try it out for you guys. So anyways, what they say on the website is it's a foundation and concealer in one for a natural, beyond perfected look that lasts all day. Lightweight moisturizing makeup covers thoroughly without clogging pores, skin breathes comfortably, color stays true even through sweat and humidity. Due to the rich pigment level that enhances this flawless coverage makeup, shades may appear deeper when first applied. Once blended completely and allowed to dry, Beyond Perfecting makeup will melt into your skin for a beyond perfected, flawless look. A little goes a long way. So basically, it's supposed to be very pigmented so that you only need to use a little bit. Says lasts all day, lightweight, moisturizing, and like I mentioned in my last first impression video, I have very dry skin, and I need something that's kind of moisturizing, but I like full coverage, so I figured this would be full coverage, also moisturizing, supposedly long wearing, so, you know, we'll see. I'm kind of excited to try this and see what happens. By the way, the shade that I purchased is in number 2 Alabastor. At Sephora, this was the lightest color they had, and according to my sister who tried to buy this from a Clinique counter, that's the lightest shade that they have at the counters right now, but it is labeled as number 2, so I think they're going to come out with a lighter shade, but I am never the lightest shade in any foundation. So at the moment, if you have really pale skin, you do not want to probably buy number 2 Alabastor. You probably want to wait until they release the lighter color, because this is not very light for the lightest shade, you know? So, so yeah, this is what the bottle looks like. And the applicator is really different. It's like a giant doe foot applicator. So it looks like a concealer, but giant. So you can see like the wand is super big, and I guess the way that they want you to apply it is by kind of dabbing all over your face. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna get right into it. I am going to apply, as always, my Hangover RX moisturizing primer. Like I said in my last video, I don't think this makes foundations wear any longer. It's just like an extra layer of moisture. And because I have really dry skin, that's something that I need. Okay. It always makes my face look like super red. Now I look scary. Anyways, I'm going to zoom you guys in really quick. I'm going to start by it's kind of like a thicker consistency, like maybe kind of almost mousse-like, but not quite. Anyways. Kind of put a lot on my forehead. But good amount of coverage, especially my forehead where I put a lot more product. That's really good coverage, I think. The rest of my face, I don't think I put enough on, so I'm gonna put a little bit more on here, and then I'm also gonna conceal my under eyes at the same time, I think. Since I'm in the area. I will say that I find this doe foot thingy to be like a little bit scratchy. I don't know. It's workable, but I don't love it, basically. Okay, so now for the part that I'm skeptical about. I'm gonna blend out this under my eye. That actually did a pretty good job, to be honest. That's pretty decent. The other thing that I'm kind of skeptical about is whether it will crease under my eye, because I feel like it's supposed to be a moisturizing foundation, and to have that as a concealer, I feel like there's a very high likelihood that it's going to crease, but we'll see. And for the sake of the first impression, I am not going to put powder on. So this is pretty much all I'm gonna do. But I'm actually really happy with the coverage so far. I think that that looks really good, and I think so far the texture looks pretty good. It doesn't look like cakey or dry or patchy. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can see a little bit better. So as you can see, I have this big blemish right here on my skin, and it seems to be hiding it pretty well. My dark circles are decently covered. I would prefer them to be a little bit more covered, but it's all right. And you can kind of see the texture of it. So yeah, I'm not sure if it has set yet, but it seems to be very dewy. So, I don't know. I'm going to give it a few minutes to kind of set and then check back with you really quick. Just so you know, right now it is 11:30. So, I'm going to start the timer right now to see how long it lasts. And yeah, I'm going to check back in a couple minutes and let you know if it sets down to like less of a dewy finish or what. So anyways, I will see you guys in a couple minutes. Okay, so it is 4:40 in the afternoon. So I have been wearing the foundation now for five hours. And honestly, I think it looks pretty good still. It looks terrible as concealer, I will say that. Like, as a concealer, it is horrible. I will never use it as a concealer ever again. That was terrible idea. Don't do it. If you own this, no, don't do it. The powder didn't help. My under eyes are just as badly creased. And I have one small crease in the foundation, like right here on my forehead where I do that thing. Apparently I was thinking very hard earlier or something. I don't know. So it does crease and move. It's not like transfer resistant or smudge proof or whatever. And I'll zoom in so you guys can see a close up. And it is breaking up a little bit as of right now. So it's doing all right. As far as like when I first applied it and put it on, I loved it. I love the way that it finishes. I love the way it looks. I like, it's sort of like a dewier than demi matte, but not quite dewy kind of finish, and I like it. So I like the way that it looks. I just, I'm not sure if I like the way that it's wearing or not. It's wearing all right. It's definitely, I wouldn't say like really long wearing, but it definitely, I mean, for 5 hours, it still looks really good, to be honest. So I will be back after I show you the close-up for the final check-in of the day a few hours later and let you know kind of my final thoughts on the whole thing. So yeah, I will see you guys in a little bit. So this is going to be my final check-in for the day. It's now 9:49 at night, so it's been somewhere between 10 and 11 hours, and I think that the foundation held up pretty well, especially considering that I would not consider this a long-wearing foundation. Something that I would consider a long-wearing foundation is something that dries down and like is kind of smudge-proof, like the Estee Lauder Double Wear or the Smashbox 15-hour moisturizing foundation. Those ones like dry down and you cannot smudge them. So that's what I would consider a long-wearing foundation. So considering that this is not one of those, it's done pretty well and it wore off fairly evenly. It's definitely gotten pretty oily, and I have dry skin, so I think if you were oily, this would definitely not work for you. I think dry skin though, being oily is like an accomplishment for me, so I don't know, it doesn't really bother me at all, but I don't know, it's okay. I mean, I think I'd have to play with it a little bit more to give you my final opinions, but I think that it's pretty nice and that it looks really nice on the skin, the texture, but it does kind of separate and settle into some fine lines, so again, I'm going to have to try it with like a powder and some setting spray and just kind of play with it and see if I can get it to not do that, I guess. Definitely for sure not a concealer. Do not use it as concealer. You will hate it. It's terrible, especially for under eye. But as a foundation, I think that I like it pretty well. I would probably, like if we were doing this on like a scale of 1 to 10, I would say that it's definitely like an 8 for me at this point. It's not a 9 or a 10. It's not like Holy Grail status, but it's still really good. So yeah, that's kind of my final thoughts. And if you have any other questions or comments, leave them down below. And for now, I will see you in the next one. Bye.